All right, hello YouTube and friends. I'm gonna give my take on the fight last night. I was disappointed from the very start, from the outside of the event, because I went to uh, purchase the fight for a Christmas present for Joe, and we couldn't make it work. So I don't know if everything was getting jammed, or it was the fact that we're in South America, or I don't know what it was, but we couldn't get it. So what I'm going to tell you, I'm going off of highlights and old man's memory. So bear with me. Going to talk about the fight, and then I'm going to try to remember to talk about a little bit about the undercard. It was a good fight. I'm not going to get real technical with it because nothing I seem to say makes sense to a lot of the younger set. It seems like the younger generation is looking at different things and looking for different things than I look for. But I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I noticed. There was a lot of pawing in the fight. I didn't necessarily like that very much. Although a great fight for today's standards. I don't want to say, oh my gosh, but I'm going to give some negatives from an older person that lived through 60s and 70s boxing and on up to today. So in comparison, it's never good for us older guys that were able to look back. A lot of the older guys, like Teddy Atlas, will tell you it's the best boxing you ever seen in the world. But he's making money off of saying that. And I'm not making no money, so. And I don't mean that offensive towards Atlas at all. But I love the fact that there wasn't hit and hold, hit and hold, and hit and hold like a lot of these heavyweight fights are today. I like the fact that we got to watch some boxing science. I did not like. Now, my opinion's going to be a minority opinion. It won't be the majority opinion. Everybody got on Fury's dad that he was up there yelling and all in the first fight. He needed to be up there yelling and all in the first fight. He should have been up in there sooner in the first fight. Now, in fairness, I want to let you guys know I haven't seen a whole lot of what was said in either corner. So, but I heard some. And again, I never heard Sugar Hill mentioning any grand urgency for Fury. It's just the same old thing. I heard something at one point, I can't remember between what round it was, what rounds that it was, but I heard Tyson's trainer telling him, get on the inside and get on the inside, fight on the inside and pound it out. No. When you're 5 or 6 inches or better taller than your opponent, you want to fight on the outside. And I'm going to tell you another thing here too. In my humble opinion, Fury still has not learned how to fight a left-handed fighter, an unorthodox fighter. And I'm going to tell you why. We train that you don't want to let the other guy get his front foot on the inside of your front foot. And we do that all day long. And Tyson Fury did that all day long. It had good footwork, Fury did. But however, you want to go opposite when you're dealing with a lefty. You don't want a lefty to get on the inside of your foot, because he can get a great angle to throw a power left, and we saw that happen a whole lot. So the order of the footwork should have been reversed a little. Tyson should have been trying to put his foot on the inside of the opposite-handed fighter, in my humble opinion. And another thing I saw was, why would he, and it looks like I'm jumping all over Fury, and I'm not. I'm just, there's more to critique on the guy that loses every time. When he would, Tyson would go into turn lefty, go into an unorthodox stance. He did that on 2 different times. I'm not sure if I saw the same highlight twice, but I saw on 2 different occasions. As soon as he turned southpaw, Usyk was able to hit him with a ferocious left to the head that stung him badly one time. And just little things like that. So I'm not in the camp that Sugar Hill. Here's what I think happened. I'm going to give you my logist on here, and it's not going to be popular, but going all the way back to Wilder versus Fury 1, I don't think that was a draw. And I'm not a big Wilder guy. I don't think Wilder's was all this or all that. But I think Wilder won that fight. I think he won that first fight all day long. And then you have a guy come in, and he's like, gain weight, bulk up, doing things that I always tell you that there's a lot of things you can do that if you do not have natural punching power, boy, you can get it. You can get hold of it. You can get hold of it through leverage, through weight means. There's a lot of things, and through a lot of different types of drills. You can improve it. You can't get it. It's a natural born thing, I believe that, but you can always improve upon your strength. Going in against Wilder, gaining 15, 25 pounds, maybe it was 30, I don't know, at one of those fights, it worked. But it was not going to work against someone that could go consistently from 1 round to 12 rounds. And the division has gotten a lot bigger because they've went from 15 rounds down to 12 rounds. None of these huge giants, and they're saying that everything's going today in the heavyweight division, size, and that's not the way to go. We'll see a lot better boxing if this division corrects back down. And I want to tell you something. If you don't believe me, go back and look at it. Jess Willard was about the size, damned close to it, with poundage and with height, as Jess Willard was. I believe it was Jess Willard. But you can go look and see where Jack Dempsey wins the title. And if I've got the name wrong, I believe it was Jess Willard though. But anyway, that big man could move. He could box. And with the aggressiveness, a 180-pound man went in there and just totally demolished that big giant. It messed him up bad. I mean, 3 or 4 teeth got knocked out, jaw got broke, orbital got broke, ribs got broke, nose got broke. This guy got messed up. That was his last fight. I'm not positive whether he couldn't continue because of medical reasons, but I don't think ever fought again. It's certainly not for a championship. And think if somebody with the aggression and the backbone of a Jack Dempsey, a Mike Tyson, a Sonny Liston, and I could count countless Ernie Shavers and many, many other people, had got in the ring with either one of these guys last night, they would have demolished either one of these guys. But it was a great fight. Now, I don't know how much the guy weighs, but he's not like, he's 6'2". It's about Usyk size, maybe a little less in pounds. But Moses Itoma, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Now, he's a good prospect. He's out of Slovakia, but's been living in England since he was a boy, as I understand it. He's only 11-0, so you never know. We heard of this guy, they're talking about 2 or 3 guys in the U.S. Oh, they're 22-0, and I'm like looking at them, and they've knocked a lot of people out. And I was looking at them, and I was like, no. This ain't gonna work. And then slowly but surely, within a couple of years, a lot of these guys got themselves knocked out because they don't know how to fight. They're big, they're massive, but they can't fight. And when you put a big, massive man in a ring against a smaller man, and neither one of them can fight, the bigger man's going to win. And that's a lot of what we're seeing as far as the heavyweight division goes. So I just wanted to talk about, I think that kid may end up being somebody we look at. He had an excellent amateur career. He's 11-0 with 9 knockouts. We'll have to wait and see. We have no idea what his stamina will be. It's too early to tell, but he knocked that guy out. He went right in there with aggressiveness and put that guy on the canvas, and I like that. And the Dave Allen was fighting. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the other guy's name, but the other guy is a big prospect as well. And that was a bad decision. Dave won that fight all night long. We all saw it. Everybody that's watched that fight saw it, and that was bad judging. And there was bad judging in the Usyk Fury fight. I think 1 or 2 of those judges only gave Fury 3 rounds, and that's just not true. It was true they gave it to him, but it was not factual. It was not logical. It's not what we saw. Fury lost that fight, but he won more rounds. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. England is the place for heavyweight boxing. The USA, who's going to want to watch any of our guys? Rightfully so. We're not producing people. Now, one thing I wanted to finish, I know I'm babbling on, but that we've got to get back to is, back in yesteryear of boxing, people had actual styles, and styles made fights. And you're not seeing that today. You don't see that guy with the peekaboo style, that guy with the Philadelphia style, that guy fighting Detroit, and other names that I just can't remember right now, but it's what we called them back then. And you're not hearing any, because everybody's doing about the same thing. And the heavyweight division, I will guarantee you within the next 5-6 years, somebody's going to come along. I don't know where they're going to come from, but they're just going to completely demolish everybody. And it's not going to be a tall, it's not going to be a giant. And it's not going to be nothing like Wilder, who never really fought anybody up till Fury, and really lost against every world name guy he fought. Lost against every single one of them. So it's interesting. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on and see what's going to happen here. We're still working hard around here. Joe's working hard. I want to give a shout out and a thumbs up to YouTube. Oddly enough, we are conservative around here. We are not woke. And Joe and I have been talking some while he's been working out in his videos. He's getting more comfortable on camera. And we had a guy come on, a woke person, that just blasted us. Oh my God, Trump's guilty of 89 felonies and he's raped 2 women he's argued 2 women and this has happened and that's happened and they've stole money from this and they've done this, and just went down a long list of everything, all the lies and hype job that they do because they have Trump derangement syndrome, and started personally attacking me and then started personally attacking Joe. But the thumbs up to YouTube is I don't have no wording down to hold a comment, and YouTube held this guy's comments. Man or woman, because I always just go with the letter. You never get to see who they are. I'm not sure if their pronoun is they, but I will refer to them as they until they correct me. They could be it's or shits or no talents, but it was a great job on Facebook stopping that comment. And I don't know if it's something in their system that artificially picks up on things that I've deleted, because most of our videos you go through 1 or 2 comments, most of them no comments. And that's because when ugly things are said, I don't put it up. And I'm not going to. And I don't think that you should either. I mean, unless you got like 1 million followers and you're doing political show or something, and that's the base of it. But Joe's still 16 yet, and until he gets 18 and ready to handle it, he can decide if what he wants up, and if he wants to sit online and argue with them or not, which I know he won't do. So we're doing great in the training. Everything is moving forward. With a problem with them 2 20-year-olds we have, we're going on the attack with them. The rock throw at us and run down the street. If you don't know what's going on there, go back and look at some past videos. Throwing eggs at our door. They hate us because we're North Americans. We're U.S. people. And yesterday, Joe ran one of them up into a department store, and the department store would be just like what a Walmart would be in the U.S. And I can't remember what the name of the one in England is that's like a Walmart, but it would be like yours as well. And that was real funny, and I'll do something separate on that if I decide to continue talking about this, but I'll end this with please continued prayers that we get up out of here and get back to the U.S. as soon as possible, where we can get around some decency and some justice, because as fouled as our system is, boy, it's 1,000,000 times better than this system of just simply no justice. So At least back home, you got a shot in the dark at something. Here, you don't have a shot. You don't even have a shot in the dark, so it's just way worse. So, much love to you, and I'll end this as I end normal videos. And all our imperfectness up in here, we still claim Christ as our King, and we hope you do too, and our Lord and our Savior and our God, and we hope you do too. Merry Christmas, everybody.